Oh, one sec. I'll be right with you. I just noticed that my boyfriend had one extra follower. Just diving in. It's just my catfish account. I will check back again in 15 minutes. Social media. Fun, but messy. When it comes to relationship, a very touchy subject. So this can get really spicy and dicey in this video. I wanted to touch on social media and jealousy because I don't think it gets talked about enough. I don't think people understand how nuanced it is, and a lot of people surprisingly see this subject in black and white, and some people go to the ends of the earth to defend their point when it comes to social media. But at the end of the day, there are just so many layers to go over, but let's break it down in this video. We all know social media can be so triggering, whether it be your partner following certain accounts, liking certain accounts, the accounts that you compare yourself to, and it can cause a lot of misunderstanding and paranoia and drive us to a really intense state of anxiety. I have been there. I have been the crazy stalker social media person. In past videos, I've explained that I've been in a relationship where I was constantly cheated on, and social media had a huge hand in adding to that toxic pot. And because of that, my trust in social media and my trust in people using social media went down the gutters, and it just stayed there for a really long time. This kind of obsessive behavior was something that was so hard to shake for a really long time, but I can successfully say that I finally got out of that, and I really hope that I can help you out too. Because if you can relate to my past self, and if you are living in that world right now, I am here to help you and hopefully relieve the stress that you're feeling and hopefully break you free from that kind of anxiety. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Vero. I'm here to help you glow, grow, and thrive through toxic relationships and trauma in your life. So let's start healing together. Jumping into the first point, when you are in a relationship and you are trying to navigate your feelings around social media, you should be very clear about what your deal breakers are and what you're okay with. Because if you don't have a clear idea of what your deal breakers are and how they handle themselves in social media, then you're kind of lost in the dark and you're trying to needle in a haystack this situation. You're so confused about what to do, what's right from wrong, and this can also have you prone to some gaslighting, some manipulation if you're not clear in what you want. And when I say be clear about what your deal breakers are on social media, this can mean anything to anybody because everyone is different in what they're okay with, what they're comfortable with, and what their boundaries are. You can also make a list of what your social media deal breakers are. If you write them down on a list and really figure out what triggers you, what is basically super unacceptable to be having in the relationship, it'll make it easier to draw the line for yourself and your sanity while also letting your partner know what your boundaries are and figuring out if you're the perfect match for each other. Because as weird as it sounds, social media isn't going anywhere, and you need to decide whether or not you're compatible in that sense. Number two, as much as it may pain you to hear this from me, because I have been there and I would be so annoyed myself at the time if someone told me this, but you have to stop being a detective, an FBI agent to your partner's account. You need to stop making those fake accounts. You need to stop making those catfish accounts. You need to stop asking your friends to make fake accounts to look at your partner's account or try to trick them, because the whole idea of that is toxic. I'm just putting it out there, calling a spade a spade. It's toxic behavior. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I've been where you've been, and it settles my anxiety in a way where I get the answers I'm looking for, but that's just the gist of it. It's an unhealthy way, and you're looking for answers that you think is already there. You're going into it with a bias. You're thinking that you're going to find exactly what you're looking for and ruling out any other options that it could possibly be. And that's a huge part of why you need to stop. Being your partner's detective is you just looking for answers that you're coming up with in your own mind. It'll just reiterate all the fears that you've been feeling. It'll reiterate all those insecurities that you've been feeling because you're looking for them. You're looking for yourself to be right. And this is just a defense mechanism to suss out the threats before it happens to us, but that's exactly our downfall at the same time. And if you do find yourself in the position to constantly question, to constantly investigate, to constantly see what they're up to, that opens up a whole load of other questions that you should be asking your partner and you should be asking yourself. Number 3, another tip that is very straightforward and simple, it's just not easy to do sometimes, is making your social media healthier. Unfollowing those toxic accounts. Unfollowing accounts that you constantly feel like you have to compare yourself to. Unfollow those accounts because you're subconsciously trying to feed your bias again. You're trying to look for reasons that something is going to go wrong. You're trying to look for reasons that something might hurt you, but you're always wanting to be in that trauma loop. This trauma loop is really hard to recognize sometimes because this trauma loop is where we feel so comfortable in living. If we've been hurt before by someone we've really loved, someone we've really trusted, when we were at a younger-ish age, juvenile, young adult, kids, teen, that's where we felt most comfortable because that was our first example of love. And if that's what you've been through, you're going to want to feel comfortable and mimic that in some sort of way in your adult life subconsciously, which causes that trauma loop. So a lot of the times you're wanting to sit in that discomfort because that's what you're so used to. And it is heartbreaking, and I completely understand the feeling. But we need to break out of that and end the cycle of that trauma loop to form a better relationship with ourselves, to form a better relationship with our partners, to form a better relationship in general for a healthier life. And last but not least, number 4, and this is something that I don't think a lot of people think of because they think they have a grasp on this or they think they have more control over this than they think they do, is surrounding yourself with people who have a healthy grasp on social media. And I'm not talking about the friend who is also spying on their partner, or I'm not talking about the friend that has created a catfish account for you so they can try to suss out your partner, because at the end of the day, it's still dirty work. I'm talking about the people who are also wanting to get rid of toxic social media accounts, talking about the people who trust their partner, and I'm not talking about the people who use social media in a toxic way where they're trying to get back at their ex, or they're trying to stir the pot with their partner by posting something in their story or their post, trying to stir up some jealous feeling. You want to take a step back from those people and politely say that you are trying to heal yourself, you're trying to heal your connection with social media. You want to be able to step away from those triggers that will continue to let you go down the spiral of disorder. You don't want to be easily triggered by the same toxic behaviors. So you want to surround yourself with people who have healthy ideas and morals and values when it comes to social media. I really hope these tips have helped you like they've helped me. Let me know in the comment section below how you handle your jealous anxiety around social media and what kind of conversations you've had with your partner about this. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one, guys. Bye!